everybody, it's Dre here. Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you are new. So you guys, bought and forgot it. Okay, if you've been with my channel, you know I do this every month. I take a bunch of stuff from my collection that has been long forgotten and I use it all month long. Well, in the month of June, unfortunately, I was very sick. And there was only about 2 weeks out of the entire month that I even wore makeup. Like, I was just not doing good for the whole month. I think I have gotten over the hump and I am back to normal and things shall proceed as normal, but cross my fingers. But for that reason, I didn't really get to use this all that much. Now, I did use every one of them, but some I only used like once. So I'm gonna go through everything from the month of June that I used, tell you a little bit about it, and then we'll get into everything I'm gonna be testing for the month of July. Okay, so let's start with gel eyeliner. Now, this is the Essence brand gel eyeliner and the Real Techniques fine liner brush. Okay, two things. Number one, I don't think I'm kat out for gel eyeliner at all. I really don't think it works for me. I'm just not good at it. And you know, I love my Kat Von D, I love my Stila felt tip. Like, I have liners that work amazing for me, that work perfectly, that I can create beautiful winged eyeliner looks with. Why do I need to fuss around with a gel eyeliner? I feel like I really don't. So I don't think I'm gonna keep testing gel eyeliners. It's just not for me. I figured that out. But I did wear this one time. I will say this is really nice and black. It's nice and creamy. I think this is an excellent gel eyeliner. So this is actually a really great gel eyeliner if you like gel eyeliners. You know, it lasts all day, it's nice and matte, it's very creamy, goes on really well. So I really do like this, and it's super inexpensive. You know, it's Essence, it's from the drugstore. Now, in regards to this brush, I do not like this brush at all. It doesn't come to a fine tip. You cannot get any kind of decent wing with it. It kind of spreads out too much. It gets all frayed. I do not like this, and I like Real Techniques brushes, but this one, no, I don't waste your money on that. I don't like that at all. It doesn't really work. Okay, moving on to some glosses. This is the CoverGirl Colorlicious in 650 Plumalicious. Now, I really like this. I actually wore it in one of my recent videos. Like, you could see it's very pigmented. The smell is nothing to write home about, but they last pretty long, and I just love how pigmented they are, and they're very comfortable, not sticky at all. Really great value on those. I love the color of that too. It's just so pretty. Now, these Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie lip glosses, I really only use this one, and this one, again, nice and pigmented. See, like, nice beautiful purple color, and again, lasts a decent amount of time. The absolute best thing about these is the way they smell. Like, they're just delicious. They just smell like mint chocolate. I love it. I wish more beauty products smelled like mint chocolate. Okay, this MAC blush, this is in Style. Now, I really like this blush. I think it's a beautiful color. It's a really nice everyday peach blush, but you can see I am now probably a little bit too tan for it. This I should have worn more probably in March, April, May, now that we're into June, and even though I wear lots of SPF, my skin still just soaks up the sun, and now it is just a little too light to show up on me, so that's kind of unfortunate. Now I kind of have to wait a long time till it's gonna work again, but I do really like it. It's a really pretty peach color, just a beautiful everyday peach blush. If you're more fair than me, I'm sure you would love it. This Ardency in eyeshadow, this is in the shade Heaven. This is like an olive gold shade. Very pigmented, very beautiful. Like, you can see how much shine there is to it. Really pretty. I did end up wearing this one time. I just don't like it on my skin tone. I don't know, there was something about it that didn't quite look right on me, and even though it's beautiful and it is a nice formula, like, it lasts a long time, it goes on really pigmented. Like, you know how sometimes finger swatches don't really represent how it looks on your eyelids, but this really does. Like, it goes on really well. It's a beautiful color. It didn't really quite match my skin tone, so I probably will have to pass that along to somebody else. I'm wearing this today. This is the Mari-Loumanizer from the Balm, the highlight, and you can see, like, it's a pretty intense highlight. I'm having trouble getting it open. This is really pretty, very soft. Look at that pigment just from a little swirly swirl in there. So beautiful. This, I wish I had an opportunity to wear this as an eyeshadow because look at how gorgeous that is. But, you know, like I said, I didn't wear a lot of makeup this month, but it's really pretty. This one, it gets forgotten about a lot. I think it's not as splashy as like some of the Becca ones, you know, and so I often forget about it, but it is really beautiful. Like, look at that, it's just pretty. Moving on really quickly to this Benefit Girl Meets Pearl. This is like a liquid highlight. I don't like this. It's got this really weird mechanism for dispensing product. You can see like it's got these little holes and then you twist it up, comes up through the holes. It reminds me of like deodorant. Do you guys remember deodorants that are like that? Well, okay, so what I do is I just kind of take it, pat it on my cheeks. I guess you could apply it like this, but I don't know, it doesn't really work all that well. It just doesn't have all that much shine to it. Like, it's okay. I guess it's okay as like a natural highlight, but for me, I didn't really like it. Okay, this Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. This is the one that everybody talks about, like it's the end all and be all of setting powders. I was actually surprised at how kind of thick it is. I don't know if you can tell just by looking there, but it's kind of like chunkier and not as finely milled as a lot of other powders that I have. Now that is not necessarily a bad thing. I use this to bake a lot with and it does a decent job. It does a really good job. I just don't really think it's worth the price tag. Now this size is the travel size, so if you're wanting to try it, you can, you know, the travel size is still kind of expensive though, to be honest, but at least you don't have to shell out for the huge mega size, so you can try it. I don't know, it's just not my favorite. I really still prefer the NARS translucent crystal. I just find that this one just melts with the skin, whereas this one, I find it doesn't just kind of mesh as well for me. It just doesn't work as well on me. This here, the Milani Illuminating Face Powder. Now, some people use this as a highlight, some people use it as a bronzer, some people use it as an all-over face powder. It just depends, I guess, on your skin tone. So on me, because I'm now tan, it doesn't really show up as anything. So how I was using this is kind of more like the Hourglass ambient powders. You know how they're just kind of, you dust them everywhere and they just kind of give you a little bit of a glow. So that's what I did with this and it actually worked out really well for me. So I guess, again, it depends on your skin tone. If you're quite fair, this might be a beautiful illuminated bronzer on you. Yeah, so you can't even really see it on my... But if you're a little bit more tan in the summertime, you might like it just as kind of like illuminated powder. So I actually do like this. It just depends on your preferences and what you need and your skin tone, but I do like it quite a bit. It's nice, smooth powder. The packaging is gorgeous. Okay, very last thing was this e.l.f. brush. Now I can't remember what it's called, but I mean, it's very distinctive. It's a contour brush. It's very flat. It is pretty soft. You can see there's some powder in there. I was using this for baking my contour. So, you know, if you want to bronze, if you want to contour, and then you take some powder, dip it in very heavily and stamp out a line, and then you just leave it there for like a good 5 minutes while you're doing the rest of your makeup, dust it off, and then you have a nice sharp edge. Now, I think this brush is awesome. I think it was maybe $2 or $3. You know, the e.l.f. brushes are not all that expensive. You could use this for an actual contour, so get some contour powder on there and just kind of do that, but it is a little bit thicker, so I don't know. I just liked it better for actually stamping out the contour with the powder. I thought I did an awesome job with that. You could also use it for down the nose, you know, if you use kind of just the sides of it, so it would be awesome for that too. But this is a really great value. I really like this brush. I think anybody would like this brush. Moving on for what I will be using in July, and hopefully I can get more use out of this stuff than I did the June stuff. So I just filmed my first rehaul, which basically is like going over an old haul and talking about the products and what you think of them. And I did this rehaul with this Buxom. This is a customizable palette, so you pick your own colors, you pick your own shades, and you get like a discount or whatever. So I had realized that I had really not used this at all since I hauled it way back last September or October. and they're quite beautiful. So I have used this once, and when I used it, it was gorgeous, and I thought, you know what, I need to get more use out of this. Like, these shades are very buttery, they're very pigmented, and I did a good job selecting colors. Like, there's a couple nice mattes, a nice transition, and some beautiful, like, metallic, gorgeous shades in there. Like, look at those shades, they're just beautiful. Buxom shadows are gorgeous. I don't know why, I don't know, I never really took this out and played with it after I bought it much. I think I actually put this in one of my bought it forgot it's before, and I don't think I really used it. So I want to give it another shot because I think this is a gorgeous color for this time of year. So this is the L'Oreal, does it even say? It doesn't even say L'Oreal on it. So you guys, I thought this was a L'Oreal infallible shadow, but it doesn't say L'Oreal anywhere on it, anywhere. And it actually says FC, Eternal Color, Intense Silky Shadow. So I didn't even know what this is, but I'm gonna use it anyway. The shade, there's no shade name. It just says Eternal Color. Whoa. So I don't really know what this is, but it's a beautiful color, and I think it's gorgeous for summertime. So there you go. So I'm gonna try that out one more time and see how I like it. I'm not really one for this type. I don't know, I just don't like them all that much. I think they're a little bit messy, but I need to get over that, I think. And then I figured I would pull out another colorful eyeliner because that would work pretty well. So this is the NYC HD Automatic Eyeliner in Waterproof, and this is just called Turquoise, 004 Turquoise. And it is not like the most pigmented in the world. Like, I have to go back and forth quite a bit just to get that much pigment, but you know, that's not always the end all be all. So I will try it out, and I think that would make a beautiful eye look, especially in the summertime. Instead of a loose powder this month, I figured I would bust out this powder again. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in medium, and I think this for me is pretty good in the summertime. It's not like, it is called medium, but it's not all that dark, but it does have a little bit of coverage to it. So, you know, good thing to play with in the summer. It's nice and silky smooth. I do like the way it applies. It doesn't get cakey really at all. I did use it today and I really liked it. So gonna be using that quite a bit. Also thought it'd be a good time of year to bust out the Becca Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector. So this is a mattifying primer, and I get super oily, especially in the summertime. So I think this is going to be really good. When I use mattifying primers, I usually reach for this one, which is the Makeup Forever mattifying primer. This is actually a little bit more intense than this is. So if you have used this and you like it, or it's intense enough for you, this is probably gonna be too much. But if this isn't enough, then this will probably work. So I am going to be using that all month. I have been using automatic brow pencils, like the fine tip ones, for so long that I put this away, and I really like, I don't even know if I know that I can do my eyebrows anymore with this. It might take some practice. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in Ash Brown. And so I just thought it's about time to try and step out of my comfort zone again. And along with that, I busted out the Benefit Highbrow. This is a really beautiful product. It's like a nice creamy kind of pinky beige, I don't know what to call it. It's not really an eyeliner. It's really just for like carving out the bottom of your eyebrows and kind of just making them a little bit more clean, a little more intense, stand out a little bit more. So gonna be using that. And I figured I was going through all my eyeliners, so I thought I would pull out a black one because, you guys, I'm just so addicted to my liquid pen eyeliners that I almost never use these. So I really need to try to get, and it's funny because I never used to use liquid eyeliner ever. It's really only been in the last year, and now I'm addicted to them, and I kind of forget how to use just regular eyeliner. So this is a nice creamy black formula. This is the Lancome Drama Liquid Pencil in Noir Intense. I pulled out the Too Faced Sun Bunny bronzer. I have been really busy using a bunch of drugstore ones lately that I really want to test out for you and bring you guys a video on. So I have not been using any of my high-end bronzers at all for the whole month of June, and this one's really pretty. And I just got this, I can't remember at the holidays maybe in like a set, and I really haven't used it at all. Not even like once, I don't think. But you could see like it is a little bit more of a reddish brown, and it does have some, not glitter, but definitely has some sheen to it. Very last thing for the month of July is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray. I did test this out when I first got it for quite a while. I remember liking it, and I don't know, I just kind of put it to the side and have forgotten about it a lot. And actually, I don't think I put on any spray today, so let me just do this quickly. Doesn't really smell like anything. It has a nice fine mist. So yeah, I'm gonna be testing this on to see if it is actually like a good, you know, longevity spray. Okay guys, so that is it for Bought It Forgot It, for my update for June and for what I'm gonna be using for July. So don't forget, in the comments below, I always like when you guys play along. It's fun if you go through your collection and pull out like, no, you don't even have to pull out this much. 1, 2, 3 things, however many you want. Leave them in the comments, and then next month update us on, you know, what you thought of your products. It's a lot of fun. It's a nice way to kind of get some use out of some things that you might have forgotten about. So I always encourage you guys to do that. Okay, so that is it for today. So thanks very much for spending time with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.